The doctor is in.
I'm pregnant.
Since Junior is still a couple of days away, are you ready for some football?
Well, it's Monday night and we're ready to rock. Time to catch all the hits, the bangs, and the flops. It's a Super Bowl season driving in full gear. ABC's big party, the 25th year. We gotta get ready. We gotta get right. The Giants and the Oilers are coming on tonight. So get ready. I mean, get ready. Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. We got Frank and Al and Dan. They're gonna get it kick-started. Lynn and the crew's all set. The crowd is psyched. 'Cause all my rowdy friends are back for Monday night.
The skyline of Houston, Texas on a beautiful southeast Texas evening, and a few miles southwest from downtown Houston, the flag of the Lone Star State flies over the Astrodome, home of the Houston Oilers, who tonight, for a sellout crowd, take on the New York Giants on Monday Night Football.
The most rushes for the Oilers in any of the first quarters this season would be 9, as you look at Dan Reeves, the Giants coach, and that is already Houston's 8th rush.
Interesting, the Giants defense, entire team, was addressed by Lawrence Taylor just before they came out onto the field. And there is Lawrence, who, of course, made his home here in Houston and is down here. He was really incensed on the sidelines. He was very serious about the talk he was going to make to the team. I know he talked to you, Dan.
He said it was his idea, that he called Dan Reeves and said, I would like to talk to the team.
3rd and a short 3. Todd McNair is in the game for the first time. And whatever it was Taylor said, it paid off. Michael Strahan led the charge, number 92. Howard in there as well. You saw Taylor exhorting the defense, and they were exhorted.
And you will see a lot of exhortation on the part, and it did pay off. Strahan, he's had that sore knee, but he put the pressure on. Top of your screen, number 92 does a little deal with the inside linebacker Corey Miller and gets right into the quarterback Billy Joe Tolliver's face.
3rd down and a yard. Baron Wortham, the linebacker slash fullback, leads the way for White, but this time the Giant defense rises up. Mike Fox is there to deny him.
Well, now it's Jeff Fisher's turn for a big call. And that was an outstanding play by Fox.
And Reeves kind of put Fisher on the spot here.
Yeah.
You got a 1-9 team going against the 3-7. Dan had about a 4th and 3 in almost exactly the same spot, and now Jeff Fisher is also going to go on 4th down, but he has about a 4th and, well, a little less than 1.
4th and 1 at the 32. Nothing. 11:24 to go in the first half.
Eric Howard, number 74, a big play, short yardage guy.
Here's White, and White
I don't think he got it.
Appear to get it.
I don't think so.
Michael Brooks is the first to hit him as you look over Lawrence Taylor's shoulder.
Boy, the Giants had a tremendous goal line stand against the Cardinals last week. And a couple superior plays right now that even that guy could be proud of, Lawrence Taylor. Here's Michael Brooks flowing to the outside. He's the first guy to slow him down underneath Carlton Bailey.
Well, he had a lot of pursuing defensive men with him. He slowed him up, and that's the kind of defense you've got to play. 3 or 4 Giants in on that tackle.
Will you guys join me in being surprised if they got it?
Extremely.
Yes, I didn't think they did.
I'm going right to the ophthalmologist tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, we're spared having to do that.
This week. So the Giants hold, and they take over with 11:12 to go in the first half at the Astrodome. Giants nothing, Oilers nothing. You'll see, loving it. In other words, he just hasn't been playing very well.
Do you think about that?
No.
Do these things come to you in your hotel room in the afternoon?
Depends what hotel I'm in. 3rd down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Graham almost gets sacked. He's going to run out of time, and the Giants clock management and a timeout to burn. Now
time to throw the ball.
That
Unbelievable.
That goes on to bloopers, blunders, and bleepers reel, too.
He'd have been better off getting sacked. At least they could have called a timeout and gone for a field goal. A horrible way to end the half. The Giants in field goal range never get the chance. End of the first half, nothing. And we'll return after this message and a word from our ABC station. So checking out his hand as well.
Yeah, it's a strange night for that. I mean, it's not warm at all.
Penalty against the Oilers. It's first down and 20. Back at the 43-yard line after the holding call. And they set up the screen, and Lorenzo White has blocking. And White is inside the 30, inside the 20. And Lorenzo White is down at the 1-yard line.
Well, Lorenzo White is using this as his stage tonight as he returns to the starting lineup.
He had that left guard, Donnelly, and that left tackle, David Williams, providing that convoy, and he gets within half a yard of the end zone.
He's got David Williams, his right tackle, out in front as well. Bruce Matthews there comes out from the center. Is Williams. There's Matthews.
Beautiful.
There's Donnelly. Brilliant blocking by the Oilers on their offensive line, getting out and getting involved in the screen. And it's the hit by Jesse Campbell that keeps him out of the end zone. Now, the Giants last week in that game against the Cardinals had a brilliant goal line stand, and there's Jeff Fisher's wife in the stands.
Julie Fisher.
Yeah. Julie's the one in the middle.
As nervous as could be before the game. And ready to join 60,000 as Jeff Fisher seeks his first touchdown as the head coach. Well, Jeff Fisher taking over defensively. They've been perfect. The Giants with nothing, and now they're a half a yard away from the first touchdown of his head coaching career.
But again, a reminder that this might be what the Giants defensively do best. They really knuckle down here. Of course, moving the ball 2 feet in 4 whacks at it isn't that big of a challenge, but the Giants are good at this.
And Tolliver is he over?
Yes. The top
Yes,
official
there's the
said
signal
yes.
from the head linesman.
Yep.
And Julie Fisher has watched her husband's team take a 6-0 lead. And Bud Adams.
Oh, give me a break.
Is that Bud Adams or Tom Benson? Tom Benson, the owner of the New Orleans Saints, that we'll see next week, known to get down and boogie a little bit after a big play. Bud Adams joins in.
Or Chubby Checker. Speaking of Chubby Checker.
Oh, good. I can't wait till he hears that.
Bud Adams had a hand and everything on the
Look at
field.
Big George.
He started shaking this team up a year ago.
Al Del Greco for the point after. And it's set up by that screen pass to Lorenzo White. The great blocking by Donnelly and Williams up front. And then Tolliver takes it in, and with 4:44 to go in the third quarter, the Houston Oilers have taken a 7-0 lead over the New York Giants.
The ball from Matthews
Not a bad
to
man.
Tolliver. Nope. And the surge by the Houston Oilers gets them a touchdown.
Dick Corey, the offensive coordinator. Brilliant call, Dick. Sneak at the goal line.
On the right side of our screen is Jeff Fisher's son, Brandon, I believe. Everybody in Oilerville
Bud
happy.
Adams, who made Jeff Fisher his 15th coach in 34 years here for the Houston Oilers. That's about, what, a little less than 2.5 years per state. Little Harry down here.
And Billy Joe, good old Texas boy himself.
Oh, he's a beauty, isn't he?
Yep, he is.
He can hit a golf ball.
Al Smith, a good guy, too, Frank.
Yeah, he is.
2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line. Graham Going deep for Sherrard, who's double teamed but makes the catch for the touchdown. What a fabulous catch between Robertson and Bishop.
I'll tell you, it's a good thing he caught it, or Kent Graham would have felt the wrath of Dan Reeves. Double coverage, they had him perfectly set up. Graham just threw the ball up there. The double coverage, Bishop and Robertson, in almost textbook coverage. They're right there. And Sherrard with a good piece of concentration to go up and bring it down.
Well, Kent Graham might not ever throw a ball more perfectly than that one. That ball dropped in. You're right, he shouldn't have. But if he threw it, at least throw it perfectly.
All right, Kent. Graham to hold. Treadwell will try to tie the game. And for one of the rare times in recent weeks, the Giants go downfield, and it's successful. Mike Sherrard makes a great catch in between the safeties to tie the game. A 40-yard touchdown reception for the Giants' leading receiver.
Robertson is looking back at the ball. Blaine Bishop is not. Blaine Bishop did not see the football and thus was not able to make a play on it. And that's really the mistake in that coverage. Bishop is looking at Sherrard, not at the football. Robertson's to the backside, can't get a hand on the ball.
Well, that is a great catch. And for Kent Graham, a ray of sunshine into his life. He hasn't had many.
Well, he had 0 yards passing despite the one completion when this drive began. Then he had the 6-yarder to Hampton and the 40-yarder here.
Mike Sherrard is right. Throw me a few more balls. Let me go for it. He just went up and took that one away from Robertson and Bishop.
How frustrating do you think that is for Jeff Fisher? You call the perfect defense, you've got the guy double covered in the end zone, and it still ends up.
Hopefully he'll a little encouraged in fact they are letting him get into that position.
Right. Hopefully he'll regain his senses here. Get back among the clairvoyant, among the present. Wide open.
Graham going deep. Graham has Sherrard out in front, and he makes the catch. Down to the 7 he goes. He's tackled by Dishman.
I'll tell you, Kent Graham hit that ball beautifully. Dishman was peering into the backfield. Graham with the beautiful play action. He hides it so well. Dishman got caught peeking.
And we see the emotional side of Jeff Fisher there. Disturbed with his defense.
That's Dishman now. He looks right in the backfield. He thinks it's a run.
He's
Sherrard
also
is wide open, and Kent Graham, the fake made him delay the throw, and Sherrard had to come back and catch the ball.
Dishman acted like a guy who thought he was getting help from Marcus Robertson, his safety. He came by the Houston Oilers. They do run well defensively.
26-yarder. Treadwell missed a 30-yarder last week against Arizona. But this time it is right down the middle out of the hold of Kent Graham. And with 8:19 to play in the fourth, the Giants take the lead for the first time in the game. New York 10, Houston 7.
To watch the tape of this game and be sorry that Foreman left the booth. While George is up here visiting with us, the Oilers are marching right down the field. He walks out, they stall.
He'll be spotted by Camarillo at the 33-yard line. It's a 43-yard attempt by Al Del Greco to tie it. And he does. So the teams trade field goals. And with 4:08 to play in the fourth, 10-10 on your dial. Here it doesn't matter because in the draft, Carolina's going to get the #1 pick and Jacksonville's going to get number 2. That's already been determined.
Well, one of these teams.
You know you're having a bad year when you start thinking about the draft after 10 games.
Yep. I'll tell you when you know you're having a bad year, when it's November 21st and you haven't won a game since September. And that's the case with both these clubs.
Giants' last victory on the 18th of September.
And Houston won on the 25th of September when they beat Cincinnati. When you're 0 for October and November, you do start thinking about the draft.
37 yards. Schreiber will snap it. Graham will hold it. Treadwell will try to win it. There's a marker down. The kick is good. There is a flag down with 2 seconds.
Oop, Kantek just found out about it. I better go back and see what this is.
It's going to work against Houston. It is against the Oilers. And David Treadwell from 37 yards has just put the Giants on top by 3 with only the kickoff remaining.
Well, Jeff Fisher finding out that as much as he thought about it and as much as he dreamed about it in this first week of being a head coach in the National Football League,
it's
not that easy. This is reality, and the New York Giants didn't look like they were ever going to muster any offense whatsoever. Came up with some big plays and get the winning field goal here, and unless Houston's able to return a kickoff.
In the long history of the National Football League, this is only the 10th time in 75 years that 2 teams with at least 6 successive losses have faced each other, and it will be the first time in those 10 encounters that the visiting team will have won the game. And very bittersweet night for Julie Fisher, her husband, now an NFL head coach. Lovely lady with 3 children, beautiful family, and well, they are going to come up just a little bit short tonight.
I'll say this. For 2 teams that had a 6-game and a 7-game losing streak going, you would never have imagined that by the way they attacked each other tonight. They hit hard, they played hard, and they played well. Just not much offense on either one of these 2 ball clubs.
LT might have picked up a part-time job.
So a squib kick will end it, and only a miracle run back will make any difference. It is bobbled at the 50, and we'll have the old Cal Stanford play here. Sort of. Well, Spencer Tillman had it for the moment, and it winds up out of bounds. And LT and the Gents will head back to New Jersey.
Well, that plane ride will be a lot easier.
Giants will play at Washington Sunday. The Oilers will go to Cleveland on Sunday as we wrap it up from the Astrodome. The Giants win it by a score of 13-10. We'll go to New Orleans next Monday night. It'll be the 49ers and the Saints. Until then, Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Rook, Lynn Swan. Good night from the Astrodome in Houston.